Have you ever heard the term Roth IRA and it just sounds, I don't know, like a secret code you're not in on? Well, today we're going to crack it. We're getting straight to what it is, how it works, and why it is so much simpler than you probably think.
Okay, let's just be honest for a second. When you hear phrases like retirement savings, does your brain kind of just check out? You're not alone. It's a really common feeling. These things can often feel like they're meant to be confusing.
All right, so first things first, let's bust a huge myth right now. This idea that you have to be some kind of financial genius to do this. So, who is a Roth IRA actually for? Let's dig in. Here is the really good news. You don't need a fancy job title. You don't have to already be good with money, whatever that even means. And you absolutely 100% do not need to understand everything about investing just to get started. So what is this thing really? At its heart, a Roth IRA is just a retirement savings account that you open up for yourself. That's it. Think of it less like some complex financial product and more like a special kind of bucket, a simple tool that's built to help your money grow over a long, long time. So what's the big deal? What makes a Roth IRA different from any other retirement account you might have heard of? Well, the whole secret, the magic trick, it all comes down to one simple thing: when you pay your taxes. It's a really simple trade-off when you think about it. With a Roth IRA, the money you put in is after you've already paid taxes on it, from your paycheck. But here's the amazing part. Years from now, when you're ready to take that money out in retirement, every single penny, and I mean all the money it's earned too, is 100% tax-free. It's all yours. Okay, so you might be thinking, all right, that sounds pretty good, but how do I, actually do it? Well, the process is way more straightforward than you'd probably guess. Let's just walk through the steps right now. It really just boils down to 4 simple steps. First, you pick a brokerage. That's just a fancy word for the company that holds your account. And a lot of them have easy-to-use apps. Second, you open the account and just make sure you select the Roth IRA option. Third, you put some money in. And seriously, even a little bit is a great start. Finally, you pick an investment for that money. A really common starting point is a simple index fund, which basically lets you own a tiny piece of the whole stock market. And this right here is probably the most important thing to remember. You do not have to know everything to get started. You don't need to be an expert overnight. The most powerful thing you can do is just begin. You can learn and figure things out as you go. Now, like any good tool, there are a few simple guidelines you gotta know. Let's call them the rules of the game. And they're not there to trip you up, they're there to help you get the most out of it. Okay, this part is super important. There are really 2 types of money inside your account. First, you have your contributions. That's the cash you put in yourself. And there's the cool part. You can take that money back out anytime for any reason with no taxes or penalties. Then you have the growth. That's all the extra money your investments have made. That's the part that's meant to stay put and work for you for the long run. And that brings us to the magic number, 59 and a half. That's the age when you can finally start taking out your investment growth completely tax-free. See, that rule is what makes this a true retirement account. It's designed to make sure your money has decades to really grow. But that tax benefit? That's really only half the story. The real superpower of a Roth IRA, the thing that makes it incredible, is when you combine that tax break with its most powerful ingredient: time. This is exactly why starting early is such a game changer. Even if you only put in small amounts, you're giving that money decades to grow. It's because of something called compounding, which is just a fancy way of saying your money starts making its own money. The more time you have, the more powerful that snowball effect becomes. And that really gets to the heart of what this is all about. This isn't some crazy, high-risk, stressful thing. It's a gentle, normal way to start building a future for yourself, even when all that financial stuff feels completely overwhelming. So we'll just leave you with this one question. This isn't really about numbers on a screen. It's about doing something small today that can make a huge difference decades from now. What's one little thing you could do that your future self would thank you for? And of course, just a friendly reminder, this explainer is meant to help make things clearer, but it is not financial advice. Thanks so much for